Hello, Merry Christmas. I'm Graham Norton. Welcome to my show.
Show. Yay, we're great. Hello to our virtual audience watching at home. Hiya! Yes, we're back in Tier 3. It's the best one. But hey, it's nearly Christmas. Time to sing those traditional songs. The one day of Christmas, no mistletoe and wine. And I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus because she's a filthy super spreader. There is some good news, though. Yes, it looks like there might be a Brexit deal after all. The only sticking point now is fishing. There's Boris with the UK's quota for the next 10 years. Actually, Boris does love a photo opportunity with a fish. He really does. Here he is manhandling a herring, kissing a cod, and almost groping a sturgeon. Yay! It's a sturgeon! It's a sturgeon. All right, who's on the show tonight? With me here in the studio, it's the star of The Crown and Mission Impossible, Vanessa Kirby is here! She's the co-creator and star of This Country is Daisy May Cooper! They're two of our greatest actors back together for a new series of the lockdown hit stage. It's Michael Sheen and David Tennant! Shortly, we'll be joined by Hollywood great George Clooney. I know. And Oscar winner Viola Davis will be here. Plus, we'll have music right here in the studio from Michael Ball and Alfie Bow. It must be Christmas. It's Christmas. Can I just say, well done on everyone getting the Christmas memo. It's very, I think you got the memo twice, Daisy, but...
Oh, God.
No, you look very Christmassy. It's nice.
I tell you what, I managed to pack the Christmas stuff, but I've got two left boots. Actually, so I've had to wedge my foot into them.
You have two pairs? Do you have two pairs of the same?
Yeah, I've got two pairs the same, but as you can tell, the laces, they're completely different.
It was either that or just really bad shoplifting. Oh, they're all lefts. Oh. And what's nice is, of course, David and Michael, you've been working together in lockdown.
Yes.
Is this your first time seeing each other in the flesh?
Well, we have, since we were on this show promoting Good Omens a year and a half ago.
When we were allowed to sit close to each other.
Yeah. This is only the second time we've physically been with each other since then.
And yet, I have stared at this face almost daily.
I've seen more of him than my own family in that period.
And lockdown, it's been so strange. I know I think in your flat, Vanessa, someone's been doing DIY. This isn't you doing DIY.
No, this is my brother.
Oh, okay.
It kind of sums up how good our family are at DIY.
Before I show you his DIY, how old is your brother?
He's 34.
Okay, that sheds a new light on it.
His girlfriend asked him to put up like a towel rail thing. I don't even know what it's called, like a...
Yes, I doubt he does either.
I think it's called a towel rail.
Like a hook.
They're coat hooks. Coat hooks.
Okay.
So, there's just so many things he got wrong in this. This is the coat hook thing he put up.
Wow.
Wrong wood, too high. You either can't open that door or you can't shut it, one or the other.
He used a drill, which was worrying as well.
Yeah, I don't think that man should have a drill.
I still can't work out which way it should go.
Well, not that way. But I like the fact that he did that and then still went ahead and drilled it. Like, he didn't go, oh, that can't be right. He thought, that looks about...
No, I think he was quite confident. Plus, it's not really in the centre either, is it? So it's just...
I think that's the least of your worries. Centering is the least of your worries.
Does everyone come home and just throw their hats at it like James Bond? Like Sean Connery as James Bond, and it just helps? catch them like hoopla.
Oh, and listen, we start tonight with Series 2 of Staged. It stars Michael Sheen and David Tennant as Michael Sheen and David Tennant. It begins on the 4th of January on BBC One. So if people didn't see the first series, what is kind of the premise and how has it changed or developed in Season 2? Go.
Well, Season 1 was the idea that lockdown happened and we were supposed to be rehearsing a play together. So we decided to try and keep doing it over Zoom. Yeah. I mean, and then it was basically just an excuse for us kind of moaning at each other.
Yeah. The premise for both series is 2 actors being crap.
Yes.
That's essentially the premise, isn't it?
And this second season, do you leave your houses?
Well,
that would be giving stuff away, wouldn't it?
I think the thing that the second series does, and what the first series did, I think it reflected that time where everyone would literally, you were locked in and you couldn't leave and you sort of at least knew the rules.
Yeah.
The second series exists in a world that we are all in. We're going, oh, I think yesterday I could do that, but today I'm not allowed. Yeah. Or am I allowed if I go with my gran? I'm not sure. I can go out, but I have to be back by 6 o'clock. Or so that it's very much reflecting that confusion that I think we're all living. But we are still mostly staring at
We're
each other
constantly on the verge of going somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
But maybe never quite getting there.
Well, listen, we've got a clip. This is Michael. Michael has a plan. Here we go.
Has this ever happened to you before?
Once.
You got recast?
I did.
Who by?
Don't want to say.
But you know?
I know.
Well, come on.
No, can't.
Why not?
Because I'm doing something about it.
What?
Can you keep a secret?
Evidently.
I am befriending him, slowly and methodically, engineering ways for us to work together, insinuating my way into his life, the better to exact my slow and decisive revenge.
Ooh, very good.
That makes it look rather dramatic.
It does. But you can understand the confusion because your real partners are also in it.
Yes. Yes, they are. Which is great, but that was, you know, when lockdown started, there wasn't anybody else. There was no choice.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, charming. Yes, darling, you can be in it.
No, I was thrilled because George and I have been trying to work together for ages, and suddenly nobody could argue. It was like, well, we're here.
One of David and George's 20 children appears at one point in Season 1.
In silhouette only. Yeah. By mistake, but we just kept it in.
Because the other thing is, in the show, you only ever see me in one place. I'm in my kitchen. In that clip, that's all you ever see. Yeah. David is in a different place every single shot, almost, because there are so many children in his house. He has to keep moving around the house to find someone.
Pure expediency, but of course people think it's a choice.
Yeah.
Well, I love what you did. Always, you're always moving, Michael's always steady, interesting. No, it's just, it's the only choice we had.
So the tribe is harder to work around than the well, not quite newborn. How old now?
She's 15 months
now.
Wow.
Full of lines soon.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we really wouldn't be able to... if we filmed any more, she now runs. She propels herself through the house. There's no stopping her. She's a force of nature.
Yeah. But there's scenes that George and I do together, which would always have to be... which we just do ourselves in the house, and that would be very tricky, because you'd get the baby down for a nap, you'd get one on an iPad, one on a film, one on a colouring book. You'd have about 22 minutes to sort of turn.
And there's always one you're not sure where they are, isn't there?
No, and that... if it's only one, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you just send Myrtle out to bring them back.
Do you count them up to bed at the night?
He's like Fagin in Oliver. Watch him go out, watch him come back in.
But now, in lockdown, we've all had challenges, and Daisy May Cooper, you love a challenge. You love a challenge.
Wow.
No, this, I think, so you saw this, was it on Instagram or Facebook you saw this challenge here? Are you a real woman? Can you pass the pen on to boob challenge?
Yes, I found that on Instagram, and I thought, I've got to take that on.
And I'll just say, Daisy May Cooper, she did pass that test, and then some. Here she is. But now, the other pictures we have, did people send them to you?
So it just kind of went mental, and I think people were just really, really bored. And it got, I mean, I don't know what you've got to show, but my favourite one was a woman sent me a picture of an entire car parcel shelf under her tit. Wow. It's insane. How strong are they?
We've got a nice lady here. She's got the entire Godfather collection. And then this woman, I mean, this woman can fly Ryanair anytime. Look at that.
God.
That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now that's a rack. Thank you.
Oh, you've been working in lockdown. Very good. Very, very good indeed. Right, let's meet our first remote guest tonight. He's a double Oscar-winning actor, director and producer, an all-round Hollywood legend. It's only George Clooney, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay! Graham, nobody said that it was special sweater night.
Clearly they didn't. But you...
Why don't I just wear the flowers?
You've got a roaring fire. It looks nice and Christmassy.
It doesn't. It look. Watching the clip. I got flowers on it. Watching the clip. Yeah, comedy's terrible. Watching that clip, Michael, it looks like I'm in your kitchen.
That's what I just said to David. Why is George Clooney in my kitchen?
By the way, your wife says hello. By the way, can I just say this? This is a very illustrious group you're there with tonight. David and Michael, by the way, it's too much talent in one room. For you two to be doing a show together is ridiculous.
Is my wife telling you to say that?
Hang on a minute. Let me ask her. And, Vanessa, my wife and I, but my wife in particular, you know, yes, you have had this extraordinary career, but The Crown is literally her, you know, we both are fascinated by it, and you in that are spectacular, and I just am excited to see what the rest of your career is going to be, because you're just an extraordinary actress. And Daisy, I just saw 2 nights ago, I just saw David Copperfield, and it was fantastic. I haven't seen your show yet, but now that I'm aware of it, I will definitely see it. And so
my
there's a lot
goodness.
of talent in that room, and I'm sorry I'm not in there.
That was worth showing up for, right?
Well, I drink, Daisy, too. I do drink.
George Clooney, you're here to tell us about your latest film, The Midnight Sky. It's out on Netflix from Wednesday, 23rd of December. And this is your baby. You've produced it, directed it, you're in it. So tell us about the story. It's based on a book, right?
Based on a book. Let me see. How can I get to it quickly? Everyone dies in the end. How's that?
You actually... Well, no, I was going to say something, but no, I mustn't spoil it. I won't spoil it. No.
It's basically the idea of what mankind is capable of doing to itself if we don't pay attention, quite honestly. And it's a film about regret and redemption, and in some ways about you know, whether or not this whole struggle is worth it. And I think sort of the argument is it is, but that we're not going to get out of it alive, but we might get out of it intact.
But so it's sort of set into, it's part of it is, you know, in space, and part of it's kind of the ends of the Earth.
Yes, I'm the ends of the Earth part.
Listen, we're about to see a clip. This is you, and this is your character, Augustine, making contact with the spaceship for the first time.
This is Lake Hazen weather station.
Lake Hazen, I can't tell you how happy I am to hear your voice. For some reason, you're the only person who wants to talk to me. We've lost contact with NASA and everyone else.
Do you have information on our transmission blackout?
Lake Hazen, are you there?
How much have you picked up about the conditions on Earth?
We've received nothing.
I wish I...
I'm sorry, Lake Hazen, I missed that last transmission.
From what? Is that mission control?
Lake Hazen, are you receiving this?
I don't know all the details. I know it was a mistake. Started with... Also... Harriet.
Ooh.
Graham, I have your beard.
I liked that you'd model it on me. Our very own David Oyelowo and Felicity Jones in there. And tell me this, as a director, when did you kind of come to the realization that you might be able to play the gnarly old guy?
It's funny. I did an interview, Graham. You'll enjoy this because you're now the gnarly old guy with me.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was doing an interview the other day, and they said, you know, you used to be in all these movies like Out of Sight and Ocean's 11. And they go, is this what you want to now do with your career? And I was like, no. I don't want to be the old gnarly guy. It's called aging. There's nothing I can do about it. I could go back to 1998, I would.
But the young actor playing the young Augustine, Ethan Peck. Oh, there he is. There he is on
plays me as a young man, and I'm directing and I'm casting, and so he's 6'3", great looking, and I'm like, and I can't cuss on this thing, but I said, you know, screw it, I'm hiring that guy.
But now we can see how accurate he is as in terms of being you at that age, because we've got a picture of you at that age. Here you are. Look at you. Oh.
That wasn't that age. You are a rat.
No? Are you younger there or older?
I'm 22. Look at the mullet. You don't have that mullet when you're 30. It's a 22-year-old mullet.
But here's the thing. We can go further back, George, because your father recently, he revealed this picture of you at 11. Now, if anyone at home is thinking, God, my children are so ugly, this is really cheery, because this 11-year-old grew into George Clooney. Hope for all.
In fairness, we didn't have a lot of cash, and my mom cut my hair, and clearly that's not her skill.
She was in a hurry that day.
I mean, Ray Charles could have cut my hair better.
So you're 11 in that picture, George. Were you already a prankster at 11? Were you one of those kids?
Yeah, I thought things were funny. I mean, I think yes, I thought there were things that were funny to do. Got in trouble in school a lot, so I guess.
And I hear even your kids now, well, they're 3, they're already being pranksters.
Yeah, so look, my kids are clearly my wife's children, right? They are 3, and they speak fluent Italian, and they're way ahead. My wife's a genius. They're brilliant kids. It is my job to dumb them down. It's my job to put, the actor in them a little bit. And so I teach them horrible things because remember, it's only the 4 of us. So I just want to hear the shriek from my wife, and I know I've succeeded. So I taught them to put Nutella in their nappy and then go upstairs and take it off and then pick it up and eat it. And the sound you hear, Michael, you have who has a 15-month-old? One of you guys does.
Michael, yeah.
Both of us.
Well, both of you do. Okay.
The same one.
I know
we compare
you
it.
guys are very elegant. Teach them this move. I promise you, it's going to be good. Yeah. Just do it.
But weirdly, Daisy May Cooper, your daughter has been... Is she pranking you? What?
No, I think she's a psychopath. There's this thing... OK, so throughout lockdown, basically what she was doing, and I don't know why, but she was going out to the shed and pooing in the shed, and then...
How old?
Nearly 3.
OK.
So, she knows not to do that.
She knows what a toilet is.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, we had, like, this sort of weird VE street party down our street, and people got, like, little cakes and stuff and little it was a bit depressing because of COVID. My daughter had taken one of these little flags out of the cupcake and put it in her poo in the shed. And I was in tears. I said to my husband, I think we've sort of got a bit of a Dennis Nielsen on our hands. Like, what's the next step from this?
But you got her to stop, right?
Well, I had to, because she's obsessed with Frozen, so I had to get this Elsa to do a video Zoom to say, OK, so I've spoken to Olaf, and he's heard that you're pooing in the shed.
It could be worse, George. It could be worse.
I feel better about myself right now.
George Clooney, so good to see you again. Good luck with The Midnight Sky, and a very happy Christmas to you and your family. George Clooney, everybody!
Oh.
Hey!
Let's just love George for a bit.
Oh,
yes. Because George loved all of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't really know who I was.
He Googled you. He Googled you. If he dies tonight, his search history will include Daisy Matrix.
And he knows you now as the mother of the girl who puts flags in her poo. That's how he'll always remember you.
Is that the woman with the Christmas gifts on her head?
Also, you can relish the knowledge that the next time George Clooney does a poo, he's gonna think about putting a flag in it. It's gonna cross his mind just for a moment, and that's because of you.
Now, let's turn to Vanessa Kirby, already creating Oscar buzz. I know it's embarrassing, but you are, with her latest movie, Pieces of a Woman. It's out on Netflix from January the 7th. January the 7th, yes, yeah. And is getting amazing reviews, and you've already won awards. Here you are at the Venice Film Festival with your lovely prize. It is quite the prize.
It's impossible to carry.
Is that marble, the bottom of it?
I think maybe, yeah. It's like a kind of football trophy.
Yeah, but don't complain about it. Don't complain about it.
Maybe no, but it's quite hard to hold. It's kind of like clangs like a cowbell. Sides. Yeah.
So if people haven't heard about this film, and there's been a lot of press already, who do you play? Tell us about the story.
So I play a woman called Martha, who at the very beginning of the movie, there's a kind of 30-minute birth scene, continuous take that we did. And then she kind of goes through an unspeakable tragedy. And then the film is really about how we all go through such difficult times in different stages of our lives, obviously, and how you, when your world falls apart, how you kind of manage to get through it and put yourself together and get through sometimes where it feels like an eternity. You know, how do you overcome it and come out the other side, basically?
And it deals with grief and how different people react differently to that grief.
Yes.
We've got a clip. This is you and your mother, played by the great Ellen Burstyn, basically kind of butting heads about how best to move forward.
She has to pay for her incompetence.
Is this about money?
No.
Is it about what people think?
It's about you. It's about you having to face this.
I am facing this. I am facing it! I am facing this!
Well, I don't think you are. We need some justice here.
No, you need. That is what you want. That is what you need. That is your way. That is not my way. That is what you need.
Martha, if you had done it my way, you'd be holding your baby in your arms right now.
You know what? You're ashamed. You're so ashamed of me. You're ashamed because I failed. Oh, what a disgrace. Oh, what a disgrace. I failed.
Yeah.
No,
it is an extraordinary film because it's got scenes like that, but then it's got really such quiet, beautiful
that's like
moments.
one of the crescendos.
Yeah, but when I knew what it was about before I saw it, and I knew that there was going to be this half-hour, one-take, a labour scene, but it's kind of beautifully done, and it's frank, but it's not impossible to watch. I mean, how many times did you do that one take?
The birth, yeah, we did it over 2 days. We did 4 takes the first day, 2 the second. And actually, to be honest, when they told me that they wanted to do that, I was sort of relieved, because you can't, as actors, you're always trying to be present in the present moment, and things come into your head about, oh, this is happening, you get taken out of the moment. But at least in that, you could I wouldn't have to break it up or go to lunch and come back and pretend that I was 6 hours into a labour, do you know what I mean? Which is you always feel like such a phony when you do stuff like that. So it was sort of exhilarating, really, because you got to just do the flow of it. And it was kind of like a play, really.
And you've worked in theatre a lot, but you were in the very, lauded production of Streetcar Named Desire, which, won lots of awards, but you were working with a revolving stage, Which is no one's friend.
Which is and especially not mine. I'm not very coordinated, so that was already a risk. Yeah.
But did you get stuck in it or something?
I did.
Oh, my God.
It was one show, so... And it was a really unfortunate moment in the play because... so the stage is obviously going round. It goes round in every scene change, and I had a big birthday cake because my character, it was Blanche's, but it was Gillian Anderson's birthday. And the stage was going round, and I did my normal route. And I think they maybe changed the timings or something, or I'm just not coordinated. And as I stepped onto the stage with this massive cake, and also had a fake pregnancy bump as well, which was quite heavy. As I stepped, my foot got stuck under the moving, revolving stage. And I thought, shitting hell. And it was moving, and as it was moving, I was like getting dragged. I was like, I just was trying to get my foot out of it, and it was a good 20 seconds of me trying to, and then I couldn't, and so I fell, and as I fell back, the cake went all over me. And all over and I was being dragged along, and I sort of went, help! Oh, help! And I think the audience thought it was part of the play. And eventually, like, no one... I was, like, hoping the stage manager, because, I was like... And I ended up saying, Frankie, who's the stage manager, Frankie, Frankie. And no one came. And eventually, I managed somehow, and it was so bruised for like, a month after, I managed to yank it out, get up, sort of wipe the cake off, like, rescue a bit of it, go on stage, and the lights were sort of semi-dimmed, and then the lights came up, and then we just carried on. And all the while I was thinking, the audience are wondering, who's Frankie? Is this some kind of... Is this part of the streetcar? What an unusual interpretation.
Yeah. And why is no one mentioning the cake is shit?
And why is she a hunchback?
Because, David, you had... Well, you did it to yourself. It was... You were playing Romeo.
Oh, yeah. I was playing in Romeo and Juliet, and one night... as I went to the tomb at the end, and Juliet's lying out, in the crypt, all supposedly dead, and I...
Don't spoil it for people.
And you have a bit of a fight with Paris just before that bit, dispatch him, and then you find Juliet, you do a bit of a death aria, take some poison, it's not worth living, you die, she wakes up.
Yeah.
That old one.
Yeah.
So one night I was wearing this beautiful sort of white, all in white.
I think we've got a picture of you.
Do you?
There
I am.
Oh.
Yes. Look at the youth. Oh. So I was off to the crypt, all in white. Paris comes up, dish dash dosh, and he just caught my finger. You can still see the scar. He just caught my finger, and I thought, oh, that was... But at the time you thought, oh, nippy, but it's fine. Dame Footlights, you keep going. So I get into the crypt. He's dead. Get into the crypt. Juliet's there. She's in a long white gown, lying out. I get down. I take her in my arms. And then I realise this is bleeding. I mean, a lot. There's it's coming down. The white suit is quickly going very Amityville Horror. It's all... And, of course, it's also dripping onto Juliet as well. And then as the blood starts coming, I start going, oh, no, I'm going to pass out. I'm a bit squeamish for blood anyway, and I was losing a relatively large amount. And I'm thinking, I've got 20 lines left? Can I do this? Am I good? So I sort of quickly gallop to the end of this piece, just about get through it, swig the poison and merciful death. And, of course, by this time, Juliet's been asleep through the whole thing. She has no idea that she's now looking like
Carrie.
Sissy Spacek and Carrie. And she wakes up. I can't. What are the lines?
I know. Thus with a kiss I die. That's what you say.
I do that. I'm dead. She wakes up, shits herself. Not the most romantic ending there's ever been to Romeo and Juliet. But the school's parties in that night, they remembered it.
Yeah, it was really good. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
It was perfect.
Did any bit of your mind think, I am actually going to die? I properly die?
I'm very much in character, Michael, so I'm always thinking that.
Yes, of course. Stupid of me, sorry.
Yeah. Silly. Now, here's an odd... not an odd thing, but I did not know it. Daisy May Cooper, you went to RADA.
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
So did he. Don't diss it too much.
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was your experience?
They were still talking about you. Oh, no, I'm much older than you. That doesn't work, does it? Sorry. I loved it. I had a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't for me.
Did you do the whole, was it 2 years or 3 years?
Yeah, no, 3 years.
You did the whole thing?
Yeah, and I hated every single second of it. Because it was like the Shakespeare and stuff. I was just terrible. I mean, I was trying really hard to do Lady Macbeth, and the director started laughing. And I said, what's wrong? And he just said, your face. No.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was, you know, an experience.
Yeah. But we're all such huge fans of this country. This country that we're on. Yeah. And so this country is going to America.
Yeah, I mean, that's apparently so, yeah. I mean, I'm getting some money for it. I've got nothing to do with it particularly.
But did America come to kind of woo you? Or?
Yeah, no, it was amazing. We had Paul Feig came over to Cirencester, to my hometown, and we sat in a pub that did like 2-for-1, you know, meals. And he said, yeah, I'd really love to direct this. And it was bizarre. It was absolutely mental.
And are they the same scripts? So where's it going to be set? Obviously in America somewhere.
Set in America somewhere.
I said that. I was hoping for some more detail. But,
do you know what? I don't really know. It's got Stifler in it. Stifler from American Pie.
Oh my God, love.
Playing the vicar, which is a bit mad. But, you know, I've been paid, it's all right.
Yeah. You've got your American money now. Who cares? Who cares? OK, it's time to call LA and meet our second remote guest tonight. She's the Oscar, Emmy and double Tony-winning star of Doubt, How to Get Away with Murder and Widows. It's Viola Davis, everybody! Yay! Oh, I'm so sorry you're not here, but I love you, Viola Davis, so I'm so thrilled you're on the show.
Thank you. I'll take the love.
Oh, do. And, you know, we've been talking about lockdown. You went full lockdown. You got the dog.
I got the dog, Graham, and let me tell you something. Before that time, I said, we are not having any dogs in this house. We're going to have a pristine house. I'm not picking up dog shit. I'm not doing anything. But let me tell you, the minute that puppy came, I'm up at 3 a.m. with my hazmat suit, picking up doggy poop. Kissing this puppy, it has been an elixir. It's just eased my anxiety.
It's good, isn't it? It takes you, you have to worry about something else. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm wiping his ass, that's another story. I mean, and I'm a very serious and passionate and committed ass wiper.
Now, Viola, this is kind of the time of year where normally all the great films are coming out, and sure enough, they still are, because Viola's film is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's out today on Netflix. So tell us, Ma Rainey, a real person. So tell us about her, tell us about the story.
Ma Rainey was considered the mother of the blues. That was her label, and she sang around, you know, the turn of the 20th century. She was a bisexual. She was a woman who had a lot of gold teeth in her mouth. She sang from her gut. She probably would be considered to be the original sort of feminist during that time, because she literally, you know, towards the end of her career, I mean, she bought a theater, bought a house in Georgia. A lot of, you know, these traveling shows came to perform in this theater that she owned. So she was sort of an anomaly. A woman who was before her time, she was before Bessie Smith, Billie Holiday, all of them. But yet she's the one who's not known. Let that land.
It's extraordinary. She has this extraordinary sense of her own value, and she's not going to compromise that.
Yeah. I always say to people, it's not that she just knew her worth. She had to remind people of her worth. She wasn't hustling for it. She wasn't bartering with it, you know. She just walked in the room and said, let me remind you who the hell I am, okay? Let's start from the beginning, which for me, Graham, those are the Black women I grew up with. I grew up with the Black women who would be beating up a 200-pound man in a juke joint on Saturday night, and on Sunday they would be at church. So I grew up with those women who were bold. And when they walked into the room, everybody had to feel their presence, or else you just didn't know who you were in the presence of. So that's what I channel a lot with Ma, as they call it, Ma.
Viola, your performance is sensational. We've got a clip. This is you as Ma Rainey, really reminding your manager of just some of those things.
Levy ain't messing up my song. Now, if he got what the people want, let him take it somewhere else. I'm singing Ma Rainey's song. I ain't singing no Levy song. Now, that's all there is to it. Carry my nephew on down there, introduce him to the band. I promised my sister I'd look out for him, so he's gonna do the voice intro to the song, My Way.
Well, we just figured...
Who's this we? What do you mean we come talking this we, sir? Who we?
Me and Sturdivant. We decided...
You decided, huh? I'm just a bump on a log. I'm just gonna go whichever way the river drift. Is that it? You and Sturdivant decided?
No, we just thought...
I ain't got no good sense. I don't know nothing about music. I don't know what a good song is and what ain't. You know more about my fans than I do.
It's not that, Ma. It's more of what the people want.
I'll tell you something, Irvin. And you can go up there, you can tell Sturdivant, too. What you all say don't count with me, you understand? Ma, listen to her heart. Ma, listen to the voice inside her. That's what count with Ma.
There aren't many of us here, but we are all clapping very loudly. We must mention, Viola, the next project. You are playing another real person, slightly more famous. Share with the group who you're going to be.
Michelle Obama. And I wish that somebody had taken me aside when I thought about that and said, okay, now, Viola, let me give you, let's have a little bit of vodka. And really think about this, because people love Michelle Obama. They feel like they know her, they own her, and they don't want anything that's negative to touch her. Now, as an actor, you're like, okay, where's the mess? Where's the complexity? How am I going to do that with Michelle Obama?
But you...
How am I going to do that?
Has she given you her blessing?
Oh, yeah, listen, everything you think, feel, see with Michelle Obama is all that she is, okay? We know that. But I always say, you could talk to my husband, you could talk to my daughter, you could talk to my mom about me if someone were going to play me in a biopic, but you would still only know 40 or 50% of me. You could not going to know some deep, dark secrets that I wouldn't even share with the people who are closest to me. And it's all that info that you gather as an actor to create another human being. Yeah. So now I got Michelle Obama. What do I do with that? I mean, what do I do with that? I mean, she didn't kill her husband. You know, he's still very much alive.
Yet. But weirdly, we've got some people here who played very famous real people. Michael Sheen, you did Tony Blair 3 times?
Yeah.
But you didn't meet him till after the 3rd time, is that right?
I met him just before I played him for the 3rd time.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, because normally the people I've played who are real people, I've chosen not to meet if there's been the opportunity to meet them, because I've sort of not wanted to. And this, I would imagine, would be very a tricky thing for you, Viola, as well, is because you feel beholden to the person. You, like you said, the thing you're interested in is the mess, the complication, and the warts and all stuff. And if you meet them, then you feel like, well, now I feel like I can't do that. And so I waited until just before the 3rd time, and then just by chance, I had the opportunity to meet him at a dinner party. And so I went along, and he still to this day says that he's never seen anyone who's played him. Not just me, but any of the things. And I'm not sure about that. Yeah. He's quite interested in his image.
Yes, yeah. And of course, Vanessa, Princess Margaret, I mean, you went deep in your Princess Margaret research. Like, you brought her home.
I brought her everywhere in my home, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, you must have driven your flatmates mad.
Well, I was just so nervous. It's so scary playing someone real, especially, you know, someone new and people new generally. And, yeah, I covered my house with her to try and absorb as much as possible.
I did sort of like what Vanessa did the other night. I said, I'm going to be Michelle Obama even at home. And I told my 10-year-old daughter, I said, Genesis, you're going to be sitting with Michelle Obama tonight. And she said, oh, my God, Mommy, I am. I said, yes, we're going to go into the movie theater and we're going to watch Becoming with Michelle Obama. She was like, oh, my God, when is she gonna be here? And I said, Genesis, it's gonna be me. And she went, oh.
Listen, Viola, it's been such a pleasure meeting you at last. Good luck with Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And please come and see us when you can. Have a lovely Christmas. Viola Davis, everybody!
Lovely. Can I just check, though? Are you supposed to wipe a dog's arse?
I mean, I didn't like to say anything. She's a new dog owner. I'm pretty sure she read the wrong book.
Okay.
Look, it'll shortly be Red Chair time, and we're back with our virtual audience. So, guess, has anyone elected to be in the chair? Who's?
I think it's me.
Is it you?
I believe it's me.
Okay, well done. Thank you very much.
It
doesn't hurt.
Sure.
I don't know. OK, it's time for music, and it's a festive treat. Here performing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Please welcome Michael Ball and Alfie Boe!
Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that will last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. So hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
How gorgeous is that? Come on, boys, and well done to the band, the orchestra. Come in, sit down. Oh, Michael, Alfie, everyone. There you go. Look at that. Oh. Let's look at people sitting together.
I know, this is what it looks like. We're bubbling.
You're bubbling.
We're bubbling.
It's the bow and ball bubble.
Yes, it is.
I did that whole performance with my flies down, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know. Do you know what? Rudolph was about to pay a visit.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. No, you are bubbling because you've just been on stage.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, not that stage, West End.
Yeah, we were doing Les Mis up until Tuesday, and then we got the news that we had to close down. We did 10 performances.
We were that bad.
I knew it wouldn't be a hit.
No. Yeah, the government stepped in.
Yeah. I mean,
it's got to stop.
It really sucks. It sucks. We had an extraordinary opening night. Kind of unique. And then 10 shows later, we have a closing night. Yeah. And it was so emotional, I can't tell you. And who knows? I mean, we're hoping we'll be back on January the 9th. Yep. But do you know what? Who knows?
Yeah. We should just say, that album, there it is, yes, Together at Christmas, it is out, and it is the #1 album, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love the people you beat to #1. Well, BTS were the
BTS were the big one, who are, well, the second biggest boy band in the world. Yeah, I mean, it's extraordinary. They have this BTS.
I love the people going up to BTS, kind of going, "No, sorry, guys, you're #2," and they're going, "Who's #1?"
Yeah. And then they still don't know.
Well, boys, thank you very much for giving us that Christmas treat. I'm sure the album will be #1 for many, many weeks.
Probably not in January.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. Michael Ball and Alfie Bow, everybody. Right, that is nearly it. Before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. Now, as you know, it's going to be people virtual in the chair, but David Tennant, very, very kindly, you look perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. I'm poised.
And it's nice and Christmassy back there. It's nice. Who is telling a story for you? Oh, hello. Now. That's a face. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Hi, Graham. My name's Darren.
Darren, we have high hopes for you, Darren. This is David Tennant. You're hoping to keep David Tennant in the chair.
Do me proud.
Hi, David.
And where are you, Darren?
I'm in Queensland, Australia.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. And what do you do there?
Well, I was a sheriff, but I got a heart condition, so I'm now a disability pension at the moment.
Wow, that's already a story. That's already a story. Okay, off you go with your story, Darren.
Okay, so a few years ago, we were going to a New Year's Eve party, and it was 8 o'clock at night, and I had a bit of time on my hands, so I had a couple of model planes and cars that needed fixing, so I decided that I had a bit of time, go and do it. So grabbed some super glue, went into the living room, started gluing, did 1 or 2 models, and then I dropped the lid of the super glue bottle under the table. So I figured that I could put my hand under the table. So as I was reaching for the thing, I grabbed the lid after a couple of attempts, and I was like, "Woohoo! I've got the lid!" And anyway, I stuck my head to the table. So I stuck my forehead, super glued my head to the table. Jumped in the car, went to the hospital.
Yeah.
4 hours at the hospital, and
with
the
a
doctor
table
came in and said, I'm Dr. Such and Such. How can I help you? And I'm saying, I've got a coffee table stuck in my head.
You can walk now. You can walk. Very good. Yay! That really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go in that chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Please say a huge thank you to all of my guests. David Tennant. Hey! Michael Ball and Alfie Bow. Daisy May Cooper. Viola Davis. Michael Sheen. Vanessa Kirby. And George Clooney. We'll be back on New Year's Eve with double Oscar nominee Jessica Chastain, disco queen Sophie Ellis-Bextor, comedian Nish Kumar, foodie Hugh Fernie-Whittingstall, film stars Jamie Dornan and Emily Blunt, and the one and only Tom Hanks. Until then, have a very happy Christmas. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Can't wait for this one. A world exclusive as Idris Elba chats with Sir Paul McCartney tomorrow night at 9:20. And a real treat in just a moment. Prepare to laugh and cry in equal measure. The royal family at Christmas is here next. But coming right up, I think Mama Rue's got something to say.